ready for it, so you don't have to be surprised.
Okay. Thank you.
Ellis, it's no secret that I love your candor, I love your approach, I have a ton of respect for you, and I've really enjoyed getting to know you as a colleague and as an Indigenous leader. Who you are within our party is really important. So my question to you is not about that, but how you would lead us if you were to win. How would you bring about unity in our party, expand our appeal, and lead our caucus and our party into the next election?
Ellis Ross, you have a minute.
Thank you very much, Renee. That's a great question. It's basically how I achieved success in past leadership positions. It's about talking to everybody. It's about getting their opinions, no matter how controversial that opinion is. I'm a great supporter of free speech, like I've said many times. And our Big Ten party is full of diverse opinions. I do not like to censor that. In fact, if anything, I like to actually encourage that kind of conversation because that's what BC represents. If it wasn't for that kind of conversation, we would never have gotten LNG off the ground. And that took 7 years of my band before Christy Clark came along and actually championed that project on behalf of British Columbia. But these were hard conversations. You can't have a good conversation with a good outcome if you just agree with everything that gets put in front of you. You can't do it. Especially when you consider we as BC Liberals right now, we're the opposition. That's not politics. That's a fundamental principle of government right now that we're employing in British Columbia, specifically Victoria.
Thank you, Ellis. Renee Merrifield.
Thanks so much. And thanks, Ellis, for that. And, you know, in my years of leadership, one of the things that's really necessary is creating that unifying vision. So I agree that we need to create the welcoming table for diversity and for differing opinions. But there also needs to be that real unifying vision. And recently, you and I were at a Vancouver, Quilchena, Vancouver Point Grey meet and greet breakfast. And the issue of the environment came up, and you and I are on very different sides of that particular issue. So my question to you is this. In a culture and in our society where the environment is pretty much table stakes, what's your position on the environment, and how would you create a unifying position to lead the BC Liberals forward?
Ellis Ross, 30 seconds.
You know what? The BC Liberals did a very good job from 2004 to 2017, not in terms only just in terms of environmental assessments and permitting, but actually reconciling Aboriginal rights and title. They did it in LNG, they did it with forestry, they did it with mining. And what we did as a community, we actually made those standards even better. That was through collaboration. But you know what? We can do better. Right now, there's a really good plan that was actually developed by the BC Liberals in terms of the BC Environmental Assessment Act. The BC NDP have thrown that away. That is why we have no investment coming to BC. Nobody wants to come here.
Thank you, Ellis. It's now your